Hi guys, so I'm going to do a stretching video. It'll be probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes or so. And Sarah, once you really learn these moves, try to do them before bed if you want to. And I found that stretching at least once a week, I try to do it just for a couple minutes in bed before I go to bed as often as I can. It seems to help me sleep better. It seems to help me fall asleep easier. So give it a try and see if it helps. I'll just go through, try to flow through some stretches, and then as you learn them, you'll be able to just do it without the video. You'll just know what to do. So I can stand up. Obviously you can't do this in bed, this part of it, but excuse me, Rexy. My head's going to be out because most of it's going to be on the floor. So we're just going to take a big inhale up, and you're going to bend down, touch your toes, let your head hang. And you're going to flatten your back, hands on your shins, look out about 3 inches in front of you, and you're going to fold back down towards your toes. Just take a minute here. And you're going to, it's called a swan dive. So you're going to inhale as you come up, raise your, you can't see me, raise your arms over your head, look up, and exhale as you bring your arms down. All right, do that one more time. You can do this as many times as you want. Just the deep breathing seems to help. Come down, touch your toes, let your head hang. Reach up, hands on your shins, look ahead of you, flat back. And come down again, touch your toes. And this time you're going to put your hands on the ground and you're going to step back into a plank. And if you can, either put your knees down first or just lower down. And with my back, I don't want to do a full, it's called a cobra. A lot of these are yoga moves, but it hurts my back to do a full cobra is when you come all the way up like this. That hurts my back too much. So just push up with your hands, raise your upper body a little bit, and pick your feet off the ground. And think about, instead of trying to come up very high, try to think about elongating your body, like a string is pulling your head, pulling your feet in opposite directions. And then you're going to push up and go into that child's pose where you sit on your feet. Stretch your arms forward, shoulders down, away from your ears. Let your head relax. We're just going to hold each move for a couple breaths. Take nice deep breaths. And this is one you can do even just lying in bed. And we're going to walk our hands to the side. And walk to the other side. All right. You're going to go onto your hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And this is called a cat-cow. So you're going to, for the cat, like they're hunching their back, you're going to inhale as you arch your back up. And the cow, you're going to exhale and look up and arch your back. Inhale, arch your back up. Exhale. Look up to the ceiling, arch your back. All right, and we're going to go into downward dog. So you're going to keep your hand position the same. Step into a plank, nice flat back, belly button in, and you're going to shift your weight back. Bend your knees a little bit because it's going to it's going to stretch out the back of your legs. And you're going to think about raising your butt directly up into the air and shifting your weight back in your hands. And just relax your head down and alternate putting weight, bend one knee, put your weight in one leg to stretch out the back of your calf. Hold it for a minute. Make sure to be breathing through this. Switch legs. Back to downward dog. And come down onto your hands and knees again. That one takes a little bit of strength, some getting used to. So we're going to sit on our butt and take a nice inhale, reach up to the ceiling and bend over. Try to keep your back flat. Grab those toes, stretch out those calves and hamstrings. And if you can't touch your toes, just go as far as you can. Just remember to keep a flat back. So even if you just want to come back here, push yourself back so you're not hunching your shoulders over. And just try to keep those feet flexed to stretch out the legs. And we'll go into that butterfly. Gentle pressure with your arms down against your legs and lean over a little bit. And just keep taking nice deep breaths. If you're feeling winded at all, inhale through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. And straddle. This is kind of like all the cool down moves we do, but we're just going to take a little bit longer with each move. So gently push yourself forward instead of hunching over like this. And this time you're going to take one foot in towards you. Flex this foot. Inhale up. Exhale as you come down. Try to touch your toe. Otherwise, just reach as far as you can. And we're going to switch sides. Inhale up. Exhale down. Next, we're going to come up on our knees, either knees or sitting. We're just going to do another shoulder stretch, stretch out the upper body a little bit. Keeping your muscles stretched and loosened prevents a lot of soreness. And stretch out the back of the arms, pull it back down behind you, but remember not to arch your back. Keep that belly button pulled in. I'm sure you guys are so sick of hearing that by now. But doing that, pulling your belly button into your spine and learning how to breathe while holding it like that, I try to just do that all the time. And it becomes just something that comes naturally. You don't have to think about it. And interlace your fingers, shoulders down away from your ears, and stretch those arms forward away from your body. And that's what's going to gradually tighten up your core and kind of pull those ab muscles back together. All right, reach behind you, interlace your fingers, look up a little bit. Pull your hands down toward the ground to stretch out, open up your chest. Now we're going to stretch our legs a little bit and hip flexors. So 90-degree angle, scoot your leg forward or your foot forward a little bit and just sink down, making sure to keep those hips straight. We're stretching this out right here. And you're going to place your opposite hand on the ground. And you're going to reach, while keeping your hips straight, reach up and away from you. Look up towards your hand. Nice deep breaths. Come back down. I'm going to switch sides. And sink down. You can either keep your hands here, above your knee, hand down to the ground, reach up. Always keep that shoulder pushed down away from your ear. When you're reaching up like this, you don't want to have your shoulder up against your ear. And really feel this in the back of your shoulder, upper back. Feels good to stretch that out. All right, we're gonna go sit back on your feet. Rest your forearm on the ground. We're just gonna stretch over to the side. Feel that all up in here. And switch sides. Nothing too intense. You're going to come on your back now. We're going to stretch out those glutes a little bit. So ankle over your knee again. Lift up. Reach one arm through the hole. Other one around. Grab that knee and just pull down towards you. Nice deep breaths in and out. Switch sides. They're feeling sore from that glute workout, so good to stretch that out again. The more you stretch, the less sore you're going to be. So on days I don't work out, I just try to take like 5 or 10 minutes and just do a quick stretch, whether that's in the morning, with the kids. Right now, both of them are sleeping after preschool, so, or before bed. Anywhere, I mean, it's only 5 or 10 minutes, so anywhere you can fit that in. Next, we're going to just hug our knees into our chest. And place one arm out to the side of you, and in the opposite direction, let your knees fall down to the ground. And you're going to look out over this hand. Just stretch out, do a little spinal rotation. A couple deep breaths. As you exhale, lift your knees up and switch sides. So just nice and slow. If you're not flexible enough, which at first I wasn't either, it takes progress to get, make it to this point. What you can do is put one leg straight and just rotate the opposite leg over. And if it doesn't come to the ground, that's fine. Just as far as you can go. And if you go all the way to the ground, this is actually a bigger stretch. Just come as far as you can if you can't do both knees together. Exhale as you bring your legs up. All that exhaling when you're lifting your legs or anything like that, that's going to keep your core nice and tight together. And just take a moment, stretch your arms up, just take a nice big deep stretch, nice couple breaths. And a breathing exercise that I've been doing also to help me fall asleep is, you can work your way up with counting, but inhale. Usually start to the count of 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath for 5. Exhale slowly for the count of 5. I think now I've made it up to like an 8 count. This just relaxes you. It relaxes your heart. And the breathing itself is actually a good detox for your blood. I didn't know at all. And it helps a lot with just getting toxins out of your blood with the oxygen. So I try to just do that every night before bed, you know, a couple times. Usually I fall asleep while I'm doing it, so it just helps to relax you, and turn on some relaxing music during this. I know that eventually you won't have to listen to my voice while you're doing this. You can just learn the moves, do it on your own. Just listen to some music and just it'll feel really nice. Sometimes it seems tedious or like, oh, I have to stretch, but really it's just a nice, you know, mental break, and just try to incorporate it throughout the week if you can. Make it up to trying to do it every time you go to bed. So I hope it helps. And that's it. So I hope you feel somewhat relaxed, and talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.